boy, I got my mind on cake.
Hustle every night and day, boy, I got my mind on cake.
This is a very special edition of the Dirtbag Dan Show. As you can see, we have Ichy the Killer in the chair.
Yo.
That's very rare that we get you hear audible noise from Ichy the Killer that isn't what. And we are joined by another two-time world champion, and I'm not talking about the source. Much more handsome face on the screen. Say three, son. Come on, Pete, catch up. Runner-up at this year in Supremacy, right?
Supremacy category. Yep. Second place.
Second place in the teams, and then you got third in the showcase. You fucking winning.
Second in the online as
well.
This is the year of runner-ups for me.
Damn,
hell
man.
yeah. Take it. Hey, you know what? It's a medal count, right? That's how we do it in the Olympics. We're like, yeah, you may get gold, but we win way more medals than you fuckers. And I think you've definitely taken Canada pretty far for the medal count this year.
Yeah, that's true. We rarely get any medals in DJing. So.
Well, fuck, you win like every year, right? For Canada?
Last year and the year before. Like, I've only been battling like at the Worlds since 2012, so yeah.
Okay. So you won every year that you fucking entered?
Except for this year so far.
Oh, well, what do you mean?
Well, I guess I won Canada, but
that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Canada.
I've won Canada every time, but Worlds not yet this year.
Yeah,
but.
well, fuck, man.
Almost. So
two more
fucking
shots,
close. Do you think you spread yourself a little thin, or
being in like every fucking category?
Because I couldn't imagine. I mean,
I thought I was going to. Because probably like 2 weeks before I was like stressing out like crazy. I didn't think I'd be able to pull it off. I got like all custom vinyl made for Supremacy, and it came the week before the battle, and it was messed up. Like
was it warped or what?
No, it wasn't warped, but like when they cut vinyl, it's really like fickle. Like if the temperature in the room isn't right or something like that, it'll warp the grooves. So when I backspun the vinyl, even if it was really slow, it would just skip like all across the vinyl. So I couldn't do anything with it. So I ended up I had to get it pressed on 1 day notice. Like some dude was nice enough to do it for me. So I got it with 1 day notice. I got it in the hotel the morning that I got there, and I had to. Yeah, it was like the most stressful thing on top of having to do all three categories. Like,
and what category was that was all that shit was going down in?
That's Supremacy, so that's like the head-to-head.
Head-to-head, all vinyl format.
Yeah.
And you did work, and you got your shit the day of the fucking event?
Yeah. So it's crazy. It's like a crazy rush. But like as far as like my material and stuff, like about a week before, I was feeling pretty good about it. Like I was less stressed because everything started to come together, like the team stuff and everything. And like I just like I don't know. I basically just went into the lab and practiced like pretty much. I was putting in like 12 to 14-hour days for like a solid month. Like a lot of it was with Brace, like who was my teammate in the team category. So it wasn't all like solo stuff, but it's still like the most work I've ever put in leading up to a battle. But I had to because there's no other way that you can do like all three categories. Like most people are preparing for 6 minutes of material, and I had 22 minutes that day. So
I seen him grilling doing 6 minutes, and he was easily doing 8 and 10 hour days the whole last.
I can't even imagine. Like that's a lot of stress. So especially doing the team categories too, you got to depend on one other guy. Well, you embrace, right, and then you have to really feel confident in him.
Yeah, and we can't practice apart, and then when we're together, it cuts into my solo time because it's like kind of wasting our time together when I'm practicing my solo stuff. So it's like he'd go to sleep at night, and I'd stay up and just practice all my solo stuff. I just like didn't sleep for like 3 weeks. Is disgusting.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. That's bleeding for the art. Well, it paid off. Obviously, you did good in fucking every category.
Yeah, like I mean, I would like to win, obviously, but like performance-wise, like I basically didn't make any mistakes the whole day except for the 6 minutes. I made a couple that probably like maybe would have cost me second place, but I don't think it would have pushed me up to third even if I nailed my set, kind of thing. But and that's like all I can really hope for is to be clean. Like I can't really control the judges and what they look for, so I'm happy.
Yeah, no doubt. It seems like that for DJ, and to me from a you know, outside perspective, seems like the judging is so weird. Like what you know, there's always a huge judging panel. It's never like one or two or three judges. It's always like 8 judges, and they're all judging on crazy. Like some are judging on, you know, against you if you're using a lot of the, you know, more of the Serato shit or you know, taking advantage of the technology. Other judges will like give you more points for that. You know what I mean? So it seems like it's all over the place.
It's in like DJing and like battle DJing is in such a weird place because of that. Like it's like technology is new, like all this new digital technology, and some people embrace it, some people don't, and you know, and it's almost, it makes like every battle like a super crazy style clash, and it just comes down to like who people's like who whether the judges like one person's style or the other. Right. It's hard to be like, it's not like before when it was just down to scratching and beat juggling and there's like who's the better scratcher, who's the better beat juggler.
Right, it was pretty clear.
But now it's like there's all these other elements thrown in that are just like craziness.
Yeah, that seems like it makes it, at the same time I think it lends itself more to bringing in a broader audience, as far as like I could listen to like these 6-minute routines that I heard for like the nationals from these dudes a lot more now than I could years ago, because it seems like it's easier to make those transitions. So it's not like these huge like stopping, like put the fucking brakes on all the way to start a juggle or to reset. You know what I mean?
Rotate, change your records around. You had to be creative and work certain things in your transitions.
Yeah, that seems like the biggest like difference nowadays, is that it's easier to make those transitions. And like from, you know, from a complete outside perspective, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, because I'd rather there not be some crazy pause or some crazy, you know what I mean, like like just a shift in everything, you know what I mean, have it be more gradual.
Yeah, before, like when you're only using vinyl, you had to like force transitions sometimes, because it's like you have to go from one routine to the next, and there's only like so much you can do with plus or minus 8% on the turntable or something. Yeah. But now it's like, yeah, you can edit things. Like a lot of guys put in echoes and stuff so that it's easier, or they put in echoes and put it at like so the echoes, like the BPM changes as it echoes, so it just makes it so you can go from like 2 tempos that normally wouldn't work whatsoever, and you can just go to the next.
And is that cheater shit, or is that like, you know, are you like willfully embracing the technology? You know what I mean? It's a fine line, right? I think anybody who had to do it like that from the start is like, fuck that. You need to do it like I did it, where it's all fucked up and you have to fucking just make it work. But then anybody else is like, why the fuck would I go through that if I could just make that adjustment in, you know, fucking Pro Tools and then just be ready to go when when it's time to perform, you know what I mean? Yeah.
For me, it's like about trying to do as much as you can without doing that, and then when you have like no other choice, or it's just like it's going to be way better to just like edit it or put something like it's going to make the overall product way better, like then that's the time to do it. Some dudes will do it as like a shortcut, you know. It's like, like especially with beat juggling, there's some guys, it's just so watered down because they just edit all the drum hits and everything, so they're not actually making anything on the spot. They're just kind of piecing together what they made in Pro Tools or whatever they're using.
It's a pattern that they already know how to do, and
exactly.
Yeah, it's like cheating. That is cheating. That is where you've like, that's the difference between studying and fucking writing the notes on your fucking arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I call it cheat juggling. Because of that.
Yeah, you've done a couple routines on. Which one was that? I think your online one last year.
Yeah, I did.
Main
like,
emphasis.
Yeah, I tried to like diss it.
Beat juggling light.
This
takes
absolutely
no skills. Will you cut that shit out?
Yeah.
Oh, you that's crazy when you're like making a statement with a routine, like, "Hey, fuck you, pussies. This is how this is supposed to be done." And it's to a point where like another DJ goes, "Ah, I see what he's doing." Like,
that's like a cool thing about like the technology. Like now, like you can sample. Like when I pieced together that diss, like I sampled, I don't know, like 30 different things, and it's like I can sample one word here and one word there and piece together exactly what I want to say. So you can like as a DJ, you can like express exactly the idea you're trying to express now, without trying to make it like ambiguous by using like full movie samples and stuff.
Right.
How did you get hooked up with King of the Dot? And like, was that like your intro into like DJ battling, or did you like do kind of the more traditional route of DJ battling first? Because that's super left field, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Basically, like I was a huge fan of King of the Dot. Just like since I don't know, like 2009 or something like that. Like, and I watched all the battles. I think I like Facebook messaged Organic a whole bunch, and like I don't think he replied to me, but like I was like hitting him up about like doing DJ battles and stuff. And then I think it was DJ Docta.
Yeah, he's definitely like the like flagship DJ for King of the Dot in Toronto for sure.
Yeah. So I think he came up with the idea to do DJ battles because they're doing like beatbox battles and stuff around that time too.
Right.
And then they asked around, and like that was at the start of 2012, and in 2011 I just like that was my first year that I won the Canadian DMCs, and so they asked around like who would be the best guys to do it, and it happened to be like me and Juice got first and second in DMC for Canada. So so yeah, basically, and we both lived near Toronto too. So it just worked out that they had us do like a DJ battle. And like,
what was that? World Domination 3 or World Domination 4? I was there for sure.
I don't think it was a World Domination.
Well, then I was there, so it couldn't. It had to be like.
I did do Cancer the Crab battle at World Domination 3.
Okay, that's where because I seen you battle at World Domination.
Yeah, that was the second DJ battle I did.
Oh, okay. So you did one. What was it? Blackout? Was it one of the events that was like the Drake events and shit?
Yeah. I think it was like Blackout 2 or something maybe.
That's awesome. Fucking.
But yeah, that was the start of that. But like I had I battled like a tiny bit, and then there was no DMC in Canada for a couple years, and then 2011 it came back, and then that year like I had never won a DJ battle in my life before, and then I won Canadian DMC that year. So basically like that happened, and then King the Dot was right after.
Okay, cool. And it makes sense because they were like they plucked the number 1 and number 2 guy in Canada, and they had them both close enough to where they do the battles to make that shit crack.
How were they reacting to your stuff, that rap battle crowd, seeing a DJ battle kind of thrown in the mix?
They reacted to my stuff really well. Like I had been, since I had been a King the Dot fan, I kind of knew that it was about like disses and stuff. I with doing a lot of disses, I had like the Chappelle like "What the fuck is Juice" line for Juice and stuff, and I tailored my routines to it.
You dripping with whack juice and you can't get it off. Now you wanna fuck with me? You must be crazy. You dripping with whack juice and you can't get it off. Now you wanna fuck with me? You must be crazy. You dripping with whack juice. Now you wanna fuck with me? You dripping with whack juice. Now you wanna fuck with me? You dripping with whack juice and you can't fuck with me. And you can't fuck with me. And you can't fuck with me. Juice.
Whereas like Juice, I don't think he really knew about King the Dot, and like it was kind of in that way like kind of an unfair battle because he went in and he just did 3 beat juggles with no disses, and I just had disses the whole time, and like
and every time you hit one, everyone's like "Ah!" because that's like what they came there to see.
Exactly. So at that particular event, I think like the DJ battle got the best reaction of anything
for sure.
And then
the one that I seen was the same way. Everybody and it was the same way too, that the other DJ was in there, but you were getting like all the fucking reaction the whole time. And again, you had kind of like you were saying shit, you know what I mean? And for a battle audience, you had cannabis disses in the
I had that was right after the cannabis disaster.
Wow.
I definitely like taking little snippets out of battles. I used to stop my time in the let me work. That's so great.
Let me work.
They got great disses. Yeah, they got great disses, and it's all a cappella. They're just like asking you to use it.
Oh yeah, you can like
In my
scratch
opinion.
them.
Yep.
I can't believe that more people haven't done that. That there hasn't been like a shit ton, just considering how much battle rap has like blown up over the last like 2 years with all like the industry involvement and shit. Because I know there's more, you know, DJs that are connected to battle rappers than just fucking me and Ichy in the world.
There's not really a huge like crossover audience though between.
Well,
the
yeah,
two
because
yet,
it's
is there?
acapella, right? And it's not like
Yeah.
there isn't a beat element. Like there's way less of a crossover than there used to be, because back in the day you kind of needed a DJ for a battle,
Right.
and nowadays you don't need a DJ at all.
And
Yeah,
likewise,
yeah.
like DJs don't need rappers anymore either. Like I mean,
No,
you don't-
no doubt. Like EDM, like you go to festivals and they don't even want to see people rap on stage. They just want fucking DJs to spin music for fucking 8 hours. They want to look at bitches while they're on drugs.
Fucking Outkast gets booed off stage.
Yeah.
And everyone's like,
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah,
hip hop.
It's weird how like the elements have kind of like went their own ways. Like it's
Totally.
not. It doesn't really feel like a lot of events don't really feel like hip hop events as much as just for the specific. Like it's a DJ event or a
Right,
rap
right,
event.
right.
Oh no,
You know?
totally. Like if the King of the Dot shit is so epic now. Like everything's so big, and we're like at the Opera House in Toronto, and there's fucking people in the
Yeah.
Remember when we were on stage at the last one, and the dude's got the bitch on the leash, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, Vekked, what's going on here? You're like, I think Daylight sent her because she was wearing a ski mask.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. It's not. It's totally like it's a battle. It's nothing else but a battle. There's no like. There's like little music intervals that are like for 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there. But there was no like. Don't dare try to do any other kind of performance. Like I don't think they'd be bold enough to try and do DJ battles at like the larger King of the Dot events now, because it's such a difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the thing with the DJ battles, like they kind of like slowed down in the last year because they tried some other ones, and like I don't know, some of the other DJs just like dropped the ball in my opinion. Like they didn't prepare and stuff.
Yeah.
And they just and they didn't do like their homework. Like they didn't tailor their sets at all to like a King of the Dot crowd, and it just like didn't end up working because of that.
And they're like, we can't keep doing battles if Vekked is the only dude that's gonna win. They're like, it's unfair. We just keep having Vekked come out and kill people. And he can't battle every single time.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta
plus,
have
like-
a good kind of a, you gotta have a division. You can't
Totally.
have one guy beating people. You gotta have people, some guys that they want to watch and like kind of can
And
get
if
behind.
dudes drop the ball, I know for a fact, being like
Yeah.
involved in that world, like it sucks to film a shitty battle and then have to edit a shitty battle and then release a shitty battle. You know what I mean?
no one, it's not good for anybody at that
And
point.
it's not even like a skill difference or something. Like I go in and like outskill the guys. It's that they just don't like prepare their routines enough, and they don't they don't like try and make it kind of King the Dot friendly in that, and then that kind of just doesn't make it entertaining.
Right.
Well, here's what I propose, and I've said this to you before multiple times.
Yeah.
Find
Yeah.
a fucking rapper and let's do a fucking DJ rapper versus DJ rapper battle, like a real MC DJ battle. Like 3 rounds. 3 minutes, fucking whatever. You know what I mean? No like distinction between like, okay, DJ's 1 round and rappers 1 round. Like just fucking combo the whole fucking time.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Oh man, I'd be down to do that. Like if I could find a rapper who is like dedicated enough to try and do some stuff, because like I
These
think
fools
like
suck.
since it's like never been done before, like we'd have to do it. We'd have to kill it and show like
Yep.
what is possible because there's so much that's possible with like the chemistry between like DJs and rappers.
Totally.
Right? Like I watch like you guys. There's the one video where Ichy's scratching the guitar and
Oh yeah, Bundy.
that's doing the beat and
Yeah.
stuff like that. There's like is sick. Like there's like lots of chemistry between you guys, but it doesn't. People don't explore it enough, I guess. And it kind of like people used to do it. Like there was like just like Jazzy Jeff and Will
No,
Smith.
it's like you said, the elements are like shifting apart. Like nowadays, it's rappers fucking by themselves, swagged out on stage. Festivals are all just DJ. No one wants to see anyone perform shit. They just want to take drugs and dance and fucking, you know what I mean? Like very rarely are you seeing like, look at all the promotion that's going out for rappers that are like putting out projects right now. It's just rappers. It's just Vince Staples. It's not Vince Staples and a DJ. You know what I mean? Like it's never that. It's just Dom Kennedy. It's not Dom Kennedy and a DJ. You know what I mean?
I
Like
know Dom Kennedy's DJ. Actually, we kind of grew up together.
Like that fool should be like, I don't know. To me, like it's simple. Like I do shows with Ichy, I do shows without Ichy. When I do shows without Ichy, they're not as good. Straight up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential there that needs to be explored. I think there's a lot of, I don't know, at the end of the day, it's egos, you know, people are trying to outshine each other instead of kind of collaborating and creating something.
That goes out to the fucking world. Me and Ichy will kick your ass. Any DJ MC combination on the planet of Earth, holler at me. I'll fucking set it up. We'll fucking make it happen through a fucking major battle league. Eat a dick. Fucking wiki raps.
And if any King the Dot battlers who live near Toronto or Kitchener,
let's go, fucking Arcane.
Want to collab with me?
Let's go, Arcane. You fucking rap. You actually rap on songs too. Vekk's like,
yeah.
He's like, Arcane. That's what I get. I get Arcane.
Arcane or like Nameless or something.
Nameless? Come on, Nameless, you dickhead. Namels? I call him Namels because he spells his name all stupid. Fucking Vekked and Namels versus Ichy and fucking Dirtbag down. Let's get it, bro. I see so much potential in that world. Let's make the elements. Let's force them back together again.
Crossover, yeah, man.
Yeah.
We want to see some. We're gonna see some work from Vekked, right?
Yes, yep.
You got something special for us? I mean, not like you're not gonna do it right now, but we're gonna attach it to this video.
Yeah, you're gonna get this work.
You're gonna get this work. Tell everybody where to find you on the interneting of the web.
You can find me Vekked on YouTube, at Vekked on Twitter, Facebook.com/DJ Vekked, Vekked.com. Vekked, just put Vekked in Google and
Vekked. It's just him. It's just that guy. It's just the Canadian guy who wins all of the battles. You're like, which one? Oh, the one that's winning? Okay, that guy.
One last question, man. Patterns or production?
Is that a real question?
Has to be.
Of course, patterns.
There it is. Patterns, folks.
Throw it in the
Overproducing your
trash.
shit.
If you can't do stuff with just an awe sample and a drum beat, like, then there's nothing.
There's nothing.
Got nothing.
That's it, though, right? I mean, that's what it comes down to. That's like that whole shit we were talking about with like the cheating or not. Like patterns or production is it's cheating or not. Like it's one thing when you're creating production to make a pattern possible. You know what I mean? You're expanding, not like in a cheat way, but you're expanding like the possibilities of what you could do by adding a little production. It's another thing when you're like, skip that, I'll just fucking do this. You know what I mean?
It's just the DJ's version of saying fucking bars over jokes, man.
Oh, well, that's fucked up.
You know what I mean?
Bars are jokes, so patterns are production. My stance is patterns are production, and I do not.
It's not
I know
exactly
nothing.
Patterns are production.
He's like, oh man.
We'll see, man.
See, I don't know shit.
Well, thank you so much, man. Congratulations on everything. You know.
Thank you.
With your
you made
winning
a huge
ass.
statement. Huge statement. Just going across the board, all categories placing. That's huge. I don't know if anyone has done that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would like dare to attempt it, let alone actually place.
One guy, he entered all four in 2012, but he didn't place in any. So
there.
Fucking A.
But yeah, no, I don't really recommend it if you like.
You plan on doing it again ever?
If you're like, actually, like after getting so close this year, it made me like, it kind of motivates me. I'm probably gonna do it again next year, but I'm probably gonna like lose all my friends and like not talk to girls and like just be a hermit. I don't know.
That's the way to win, bro. I think that's what Disaster's doing right now to prepare for Cassidy. Yeah. So it's across the board. See, we're all the same, DJs and MCs. Let's get it together. Fucking and me and Vekked and Ichy are on it. So fucking Namels or fucking Arcane or one of you Canadians, fucking step your game up.
Yo, appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Fuck off out of my house, you miserable Scottish cunt. Hit him with some of that. Hit him with some of that. Hit him with some of that. Hit him with some of that ill technique. Ill technique.
You're just a dumb bitch, You're just a dumb bitch. You're just a dumb bitch, dumb bitch. You're just a dumb bitch. Bitch. Dumb bitch.
I made you my bitch. You okay with that?
Little bitch. Little bitch. Little bitch. Little bitch.
Guess who's the little bitch? That's you. You must suck a lot of dick. That's true.
But we have a very special guest in the building. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for the people at home, our Dirtbag Dan Show fans who are ordinarily into battle rap, but they're learning all about DJ shit today.
Tight. Yeah, what's up? I'm Image from the Wood, raised in Inglewood. I was born in Guatemala, and then just pretty much since I was a young kid, raised in Inglewood. And I'm this year's Supremacy World Champion.
Yes, 2014 World Champion.
And I wanted to ask about that because we had talked about a little bit about categories in the before for the DMCs, but we didn't talk about exactly like what goes into each category. Supremacy is the vinyl only category.
Vinyl only.
Supremacy is pretty much like a bracket style battle.
Head to head, vinyl only, like tournament style, like old school DJ battle.
Yeah, pretty much. You got your brackets, you beat that guy, you move to the next one.
Okay, cool.
And then there's a traditional showcase style, which is everybody does their 6 minute.
Okay,
Judged on a point scale, opposed to head to head. And then there's the team competitions, and then there's the online competitions.
So online ends up being the world one.
Online champion.
Okay, cool.
And also gets to compete at the world finals as well. So you won the Supremacy category this year. That is,
it's like one of the more respected categories, I think, in the whole thing because it has the, it's like traditional turntablism.
I would say in that sense, yes. It is one of the new, along with the team competition is one of the newer battles. The 6 minute obviously has been going on for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it is one of the newest ones, but it does get a lot of respect just for the fact that it's head to head. So it's not just one set. You got to come up with millions of sets.
Exactly.
And then it's vinyl. So, you could skip, it's like a straight old school juice shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who were your Supremacy matchups? Can you break down the matchups that you faced?
Here in the U.S. or in the world?
In the world.
At Worlds, first round I went up against, his name is Adjective. He's from France.
Okay.
And then second round against Richie Roughtone from the UK.
Yeah, I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, and then the final round was against Vekked.
Okay,
Canada.
yeah, we actually talked to Vekked too, and I know him from King of the Dot shit.
Right.
And Vekked is Canada champ, right?
4-time Canadian champ, yeah, DJ Vekked.
Right.
And he got second in Supremacy this year to you.
Right.
Richie Roughtone placed in something else too,
He got
right?
second in the UK in the Nationals.
Oh, but the guy who won the whole thing.
Switch.
Okay.
Ended up being the world champion. Richie Roughtone got second in the UK.
So you had a hard road then. You didn't have it wasn't a cakewalk for you by any means.
Oh yeah, no, I would say I had the toughest route because I had to take out both Roughtone and Vekked had been the previous champions of the Supremacy,
so that he had won.
I took them both out, so yeah.
Who was your toughest opponent? Would you say?
You know what? I didn't really get to hear a lot of their sets because I was queuing up for whenever I was gonna do my stuff. I would say the most entertaining from what people have told me was me against Vekked, just because there was a lot of shit talking that was going on, and so yeah, it was fun,
That is the cool part about Supremacy. You could be real specific with your disses.
Yeah.
It's not like the showcase where, you're kind of dissing. It's hard to diss everybody at once, right? But if you got one guy that looks like a penguin.
Then you got, penguin bars. Vekked actually talked about, because he was from King of the Dot and had done those battles before, it made that category, came natural to him because it was like, dissing the other person, which is like the name of the game with the King of the Dot battles.
Right. I would say, yeah. I mean, being used to that type of environment or that type of battle definitely helps you out at the World Final. Like for me, I mean, Ichy. I don't know if Ichy experienced any of that, but West Coast, there was a lot of car show battles.
Yep.
And a lot of that stuff was head to head. You know what I mean? So like, that's definitely where I got my chops as far as like, you know, dissing and like playing the whole part, like walking over and be like, man, fuck this dude.
Yeah.
You know, that shit. Yeah.
Do you change your routines based on who you face, or do you kind of have first round I'm gonna use this, second round this, or this guy I'm gonna use this routine?
It's kind of hard. There's definitely some strategy behind it.
Yeah.
The way I played it, not to give too many secrets, but I knew from the get-go Vekked was going to be one of the guys there. I knew Rough Tone, obviously, he was going to defend.
Yeah.
So I try to piece things together specifically for them. So therefore, no matter where I was at or no matter where I faced them, whether first round, second round, third round, you know, I had like the stuff that I felt comfortable to go against them.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Like, let's say you went up against someone who's like a real crazy beat juggler. Do you go against them with a better beat juggling style, or do you try to flip it and maybe do you do like a scratch routine opposed to a beat juggle at that point?
Man, I've always loved juggle, so
yeah.
I like juggling better than scratching, so I would definitely try to out-juggle them.
Okay.
You know? If I can't beat him on a juggle, then why would I? You know, I want to beat him at whatever he's good at.
Coming up strong with some hardcore power.
Yeah, no, exactly. It
Good
seems
point.
like I see that in battles where people will like go, okay, that's the scratch dude in this battle. So like, you know, if anything, I'm going to go heavy on the opposite thing as him to show that weakness instead of trying to go head up with the dude. Like, but
Makes
then
it
you're saying
real-
you're the opposite. You're going to go, you know, bar for bar with whatever dude brings to the table.
Kind of like a Fedor style, you know, he like wants to beat them.
Yeah, okay.
Where they're good at, and
Yeah.
that's commendable.
I would say
Sure.
maybe on the scratching, if it was something like Rough Tone, I feel Rough Tone, he has really good cuts,
Yep.
and he has different variety of cutting that he does. So I definitely pieced my best juggle that I had against him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my cut
Yeah.
routine was really good too, but I just wanted it to show an extra piece, like, yeah, I can out juggle this dude.
Right, right,
You
right,
know,
right.
that's so.
Okay, word. Did you end up pressing your own vinyl for this competition?
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
That's standard, right? Like nowadays,
At
it
this
seems
point,
like
for
if you
Supremacy.
can,
Yeah.
like we were talking about Serato and like what you can do nowadays and like how that is looked upon at different judges. Like some judges will give you extra points for thinking outside of the box, while other judges will be like, nah, that's fucked up because I couldn't do that back in the day. Nowadays, it seems like since you can press your vinyl, since it's like an easier thing to do, everybody's doing it.
Right. Well, that's the shit that kind of irks me. That especially the purists, they like to say, "Oh, well, you know, it's all vinyl. That's the true shit." Blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
But at the end of the day, dudes are
literally,
pressing their
coming
own
up with
fucking
these
vinyl.
and
You know what I
piecing
mean?
it on
Like,
vinyl.
yeah.
And this, I mean, I could take it back in '98, back in '99, like Craze was doing it. Like
Right.
this shit's been going on, and so the purists, they don't know. They think it's just like, yeah, I went and picked out a bunch of that record happened to have all my routines and it's fucking dumb. You know, but yeah, everybody presses their record. I kind of wish that they will make the Supremacy into like where you could use Serato.
Yeah,
'cause
why
we
isn't that
waste
an
a lot of money
option?
pressing these fucking records, man.
Right,
Yeah,
right, for
no,
sure,
exactly.
for
At the
sure.
end of the day, then it comes down to like who's got enough bread to fucking cash out to get their vinyls pressed.
And
You know
that
what I
was
mean?
like the reason to like, I don't know, keep it 2 turntables, a mixer. It was so like it didn't give the guy with money the advantage. At that
And now that Serato is kind of the standard and everybody can
But
afford
it
it.
came to the point where like rich guys were pressing their own records opposed to dudes who were using their dusty fucking warp.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
actually digging,
Yeah.
building routines like that, you know. So
I think you're right, though, that they should just do Serato since everybody's pressing their own records.
Should be an
now.
option. You could do either, like the showcase stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. I mean, skills is skills. I mean, like you could take it back to Merge. When Merge was doing Supremacy, dude, he pressed. Like, he was breaking records at every round. So, like, he had to be pressing 20, 30 records, you know?
And stick them, or probably queue them all up. It's not that hard. All right.
Yep.
Fuck, man. I want to talk a little bit about your crew. Battlestar.
Yeah, Battlestar.
Who's part of that?
We got Tanner, who's pretty much the founder. We got Switch, Virus, Rated R, Turbulence out in Vegas, Phonics, myself, and now Manuel, DJ Manuel Jones.
Manuel, yep. That is a lot of fucking dudes.
And that's from all over then, right? Like, you guys aren't all from one area.
Yeah, pretty much San Diego, LA, and Vegas now.
Okay, SoCal and Vegas. Okay, cool.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Did you get to check out any of the team routines this year?
No, I missed it, actually, because the way they did it, they condensed the whole thing under just one day.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually rode up with IDee to go watch the prelims.
Yeah.
And then from there, I went back to the hotel. And during that time, that's when they were having teams. So I only caught, like, the guys that won.
Okay.
Because they went last. I caught their routine, and that routine was fly. It was dope.
And what was the name? 9 o'clock or Deska,
9 o'clock,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, that's Deska, Victor.
The guys that pressed that the Scratch Science record, right?
Yeah,
Yep. All right, fucking cool.
It seems like that team category has like the most ability for people to be able to like go see a show, and it's like it's less of a battle and more of like performance kind of thing. You know what I mean?
They're making songs at the end of the day. I really like the team category.
Yeah.
It's like
it's pretty much like experimental. Like, you could do whatever you want to do. It's pleasing to the crowd, pretty much.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, for the fans, I think when you get heavy into the juggling and heavy into just the turntablism aspect of the battles, it can get lost on like your average dude walking in off the street. But that shit is like Ichy said, they're making songs, so it's pretty easy to go and be like, oh shit, this is amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of these dudes are going out and touring like C2C, Burning Damn Damn. They're making a name for themselves like on the big stage too.
Yeah.
Like, I think.
Well, especially in a world where EDM is become the standard for festivals.
Yeah.
It's like now you can have that and like a performance element too. You know what I mean? Like with like, because it takes some shit to do that. You know what I mean?
Hard,
like you have to. There's a very technical element to that. It just doesn't get like it's more than one person. So someone could be like setting the foundation, so it becomes something that like a fan can come and enjoy. Whereas nowadays festivals, motherfuckers are going like this all the time. You're not playing any music if you're going like this the whole time. You can't really be doing anything too technical. Yeah. How many times did you do this during the DMCs? Just not once, right?
I did it once, actually.
Okay, then you are the best.
Word up. Are you gonna defend next year?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Do you?
No, for sure. Like,
you get an automatic pass to the world next year. Is that how it works? Or?
Yeah, they're flying me back out to London to take on everybody again.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just believe that any champion needs to get taken out.
Yeah, and if you go back and defend, then you're like, it's like legacy shit, right?
No, shouts to you. He doesn't have to do that. He could just be, I won. Like,
yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I feel fulfilled now. I've been doing this since 2000 as far as battling.
Right.
I started DJing in 95, but battling since 2000. And I feel fulfilled. But, yeah, I want somebody to take me out. And then I could fade into the mist.
Props.
Yeah, right.
Man.
It seems like though, if fading into the mist means like going into like actual music production or being able to like you said being tour. It's like going into the mist means you actually get to make a bunch of money now. So that's cool. Fucking you win the competitions and then you go. It doesn't work like that in regular battle rap. You just have to battle forever.
Right.
That's balls.
So what you got? What's next for you? Any projects, tours?
Pretty much what he touched on. Like I've been dabbling with music production for like the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
This year I really wanted to get into it, but because of the DMC, that took up most of my time. So pretty much getting back into that, like just try to get better at it and put out tracks.
Cool.
Where can people find you on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that shit?
So Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is at DJ IFTW. And SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Mixcrate is just IFTW, at IFTW. Or you could go to DJIFTW.com.
All right, man.
Anything else, Ichy?
Is that the plaque behind you? Is that the one?
Yes, the plaque. The plaque and then
Oh,
records
man.
that I used to win.
Damn.
Dope. Fresh, man. Fucking congrats, man. You had a great year. Hope to see you next year defending. Fucking.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, most definitely. We got to have you come out to the Zay sometime and geek out with all of us over here. We've been just letting everybody go nuts in the studio and having all the DJs from the Bay come through and like just setting up a massive wall of turntables.
Yeah,
and
Cypher, he knows the deal.
Yeah, I need to get back to the Bay, man.
Yeah.
I haven't
My boy
been in the Bay
Peter's
in a
got a
minute.
quick question. He wants to know what kind of slip mats you use. Fucking idiot.
what if he's like, what's the most arbitrary DJ question we can ask?
What?
What kind of slip mats do you use?
I use the D-style joints.
Hey,
I'm so happy.
very San Jose-ish of you.
Yes. D-styles.
But yeah, we do like a more controlled version of Scratchpad in the studio, and just clouds of tree and drank, and it's way fun. So we'll have to have you come in and do that too.
Yeah, man. I need to come up to the Bay. The Bay is amazing. I love the Bay, man.
All right, word up, G. Fucking thanks for your time, man. Congrats on everything.
Nah, for sure, guys.
All right, thank you, my friend. Like,
Give it up for DJ IFTW.
Yo, couldn't nobody fuck with me then? Couldn't nobody fuck with me now, yo? Can't be serious, dog. Can't nobody, no fucking body fuck with me with this shit, yo.
For my next number, I'd like to dedicate this to my
Black DJs.
I'm gonna shoot you bitches in the face! This is my house! My house, punk! Yeah! You're in my world, bitch! I make the rules here. You die when I say so.
The situation ain't accidental. What the fuck you expected? Yeah. Matter of fact, sick of talking.
You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good.
Rock it, rock it, rock it, rock
Chia, very special edition of the Dirtbag Dan Show.
Tableist edition.
Yeah, we Itchy the Killer's with us in this bitch, and we have a very special guest from the whole other side of the motherfucking United States. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen.
DJ IDee.
Yeah!
World champion DJ IDee.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah,
Finally.
right?
Yeah, that's crazy. So you've been in this game for, I mean, as far as competing in the DMCs for a decade, right?
Yes. I entered my first DMC in 2002 when I was 15 at the time.
2002.
Yeah, 2002.
And you, 2004, made it to the Nationals.
Correct, yeah.
Nationals. That was a heated fucking year, too. It was the Iltrax and I emerged, and...
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good West Coast showdown.
I actually, like, going into the DMCs while Ichy was preparing, you were the one dude on the list who I actually knew of because you do music, you know what I mean? Which is not like none of the DJs do music, but you actually worked with MCs who I worked with and was familiar with. Is that like your...
Right, exactly.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I said, what do you think? I mean, do you think you focused a lot on production over the last few years, and this is like you getting back into the DMCs this last year, or have you kind of been always doing both?
I was always producing, but I think I want to say as of the last maybe 3 or 4 years, I've been sitting on a load of material, music-wise, that I just haven't released yet. And part of me, I was kind of torn whether I wanted to make like a comeback. I guess my like first quote comeback was 2011.
Right.
Break from battling after 2006 and focus strictly on production. But I always wanted any sort of DMC world title at any level. So I won my first U.S. title in 2005, which opened up a whole bunch of doors. But yeah, I mean, the world title was always something that like I wanted to shoot for one last time before I completely transition over to like the production and like music game, and give that my undivided attention.
Yeah, and it's kind of like I definitely from the MC side of it, and I know from watching Ichy too, like he went in getting ready for this year's DMCs versus like us always doing a bunch of different shit, like doing shows all the time and working on music all the time. It was kind of like it was it worked out. I was on tour for a couple months with Recognize actually, and he was just here working on that shit. So like we both like it worked out for both of us at that time. But I know from like doing battles and trying to do music at the same time, it's hard. You have to be fully devoted to like one or the other, or else both are gonna suffer.
So DJ IDee, how long do you prepare before a battle, or do you devote 100% of your time to that, or is it you're constantly working on routines and just put the best out?
Yeah, I mean, like DJing and like teaching people how to DJ and touring, that's like my bread and butter, and like Dan was saying before, it's kind of from the DJ's perspective, if you're really trying to like reach the pinnacle, you have to sacrifice some things. So like for me, I had to take a hiatus from touring, take a hiatus from production, and actually resort to like say private lessons or DJing, whether it be DJing or production, something that would keep me grounded locally, so I could dedicate time to not only just creation but just practicing and trying to come up with new innovative stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's smart. You have multiple outlets. Most people can't do that, but like having like you're like, okay, I'm just gonna set up work at home so I could spend this whole year focusing on working on a routine. Yeah, that's like it. Most of the time, touring is like the only way you can make money nowadays. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Luckily, you can't teach motherfuckers to rap. You have a teachable skill, and that's a very good thing.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like so you're a full-time DJ. It sounds like you don't got a job. This is what you got to do to make money, or else.
Yeah, I did have a job before, but like I think once I want to say like 2006, 2007, I had to make a lot of changes and make a lot of sacrifices and turn down some low-paying stuff in order to reap the benefits later on. So I mean, there were times where like I had a budget of like, okay, I got $30 for the week, let me see what I can do to make it. And the thing is, the DJs who of like a DMC caliber who won titles and this and that, they can make a lot of money, but it all depends what you do with that money as far as reinvestments,
right.
Whether it be into music or press, whatever the case may be. So you really have to, I mean, just with music, you got to preserve that longevity somehow.
No, most definitely. Teaching is a great way too, because it's like something that you could do that like has some kind of value and merit, you know what I mean? But it isn't like draining. Like a lot of like performing and touring and definitely battling, and I'm sure on the DJ sense even more so, is very like physically draining. You know what I mean? That doesn't seem like that.
Definitely, and even psychologically, mentally. I mean, like it's I had to myself off from just a lot of even my own lady, just to just focus on that, and she was totally cool about it,
No, we talked to Vekked, and he was definitely like, because he did so much this year, he was saying the same thing. He's like, well, I couldn't have a normal life. I slept in the studio. Like he is like like a factory worker. He slept under the turntables and then woke up in the morning.
He had to like sneak in practicing with him and his boy Brace, because they were doing the team routine, so they'd practice their team shit all day. And he would like
He'd wait for him
dude
to
fall
sleep.
asleep, and then he gets to work on his own shit. Like that is.
Yeah. I mean, it's like prepping for the Olympics or prepping for, like, because it's such a, it all comes down to maybe one night, and if you do well, it could turn into another night.
You know? Yeah.
So it's crazy, just how it just boils down to just minutes.
Would you ever do what Vekked did as far as like enter every category in 1 year, the same year?
Yeah, I contemplated it. Actually, Precision, the executioners.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this, but him and I, we were working on a team routine.
Oh shit.
Back in 2012, but because of the distance and our scheduling, we had like one or maybe two routines done at the time, but we just couldn't get it done. And the funny thing was, we were still battling each other in the individuals. That year.
Yeah, that's right. That year.
And so we would spend all these hours practicing the team stuff, but it was taboo when it came to our individual stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't show each other, so it was pretty funny.
Awkward as fuck.
Yo, me and Solcon, bro, we did the same thing.
But that's like you and Solcon, and then you guys are working on albums.
That's very weird.
But to answer your question though, like I think it's gonna come down to I would do everything as long as I meet my standard of quality of the routine. I just wouldn't want to do something just to do it. My intention is to win.
Rather take first in one than take, second or third in all.
What does it take to really, like, at the end of the day, like, what are the winning qualities of a routine, that the people that end up winning the whole thing, in your opinion?
My take, I think, on the key to, or like the formula to winning is just kind of, especially in this day and age compared to how it was 10 or maybe even 15 years ago, it's just musicality,
Selection or?
No, just musicality in terms of you could do something so simple and it could be the funkiest thing ever, and that totally overpowers any sort of technicality, So I think the best, if you could do something technical at the same time and still break people's necks, then even better,
Yeah, no, and I think totally that it's moved towards that with the whole, especially the team shit. Which is just like songs, but just in general, watching Ichy's routine, now and definitely from 4 years ago when it wasn't like there was no Serato. It just lends itself to the easier transitions, and that was the thing about like 6-minute routines for someone who's not a DJ. It's like every fucking transition is like slamming on the brakes. You know what I mean? 'Cause you gotta fucking grab a record and fucking, you know what I mean? Now it's the transitions are smoother and it lends itself to a more like listenable thing.
So you've been a part of like both sides of it. You were battling when it was all vinyl and as well as Serato. Are you having more fun now, like making sets and stuff?
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I think this year I put a lot of pressure on myself, like leading up.
Right.
But I think it was like a week before World Finals. Like, I mean, the set I did, like, it still hasn't been like it's pretty similar to my online set, but the first routine I did, it was really fun, because I know I could nail it at home. I knew I could nail it live, and it was one of those things that it just gave me like, I felt like, that was like one of the best sets I did at the World Finals. So I just felt like I was possessed that night. So in that sense, it was definitely fun putting stuff together. I think. The way I go about it compared to everyone else, I mean, like I took a break last year from battling, and I never forced routines upon myself. I always like, let me not necessarily dig, but like if there's a record that kind of pops out to me, I'll grab it and then start messing with it. And then I'll continue to work on it. And then if something else comes, I just let the natural way, just finding routines. And then I'll start putting the pieces together in terms of order and all that.
Yeah, motherfucker. When are they gonna start doing fucking MC DJ battles, like 2-on-2 combos like that? You know what I'm saying? Like that seems that would be the shit.
Actually, that would be really cool. Actually, like it's funny. Like I was with Recognize and Mers like last week, and Uh-oh.
Shouts to the homies.
Are you
I
battling?
two very good friends of mine.
I got it. You're
fucking love both
battling
those guys.
Yellow Wolf and Craze. Or,
Oh,
Clever,
tight.
sorry.
Oh, tight. Tight.
But yeah, Recognize and I were like toying around with some ideas. That could be.
Oh, bro.
Oh my God.
Well,
That
you know
would
who
be
your first
insane.
fucking round competition is. I'll tell you what. Rec knows. That's tight because Rec is a battle DJ or battle MC too. So he gets it. He understands, and he's actually done like this modern era acapella battle rap, which is way different. But ultimately, like whatever a combo DJ MC thing would be, it would be way fucking different than that because it would have to be, you know,
musicality.
And yeah, it would totally like that would be like the key to it would be musicality. It would be very like
kind of like Marlo and Shuffle T. Like if they had like a musical score going
Yeah.
behind them, how much better would their shit be? You know?
Fuck. Well, I mean, look though.
And there's always plenty of potential as well too. Like I'm surprised a lot of people like aside from the battling haven't done stuff like that.
I think
because
there's
it's
a little bit of an ego involved. I gotta say,
Yeah.
from both DJ side and rapper side, like no one wants to share that.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it.
I mean, if you fuck up, you fuck up.
Well, for
bad,
me,
right?
like in a battle perspective, like from an MC's perspective, there isn't a lot of other MCs like me that battle like regularly or like were active in the scene and worked with DJs all the time. You know what I mean? Like for the most part, MCs that go out, even the ones that did shows, they go out by themselves and do shows. Like I'm on tour by myself. I do shows by myself. My show is way fucking better when Ichy's there with me. You know what I mean? Ultimately, and I'm sure that's the same way for you and any MC that you work with. Like they can go do that shit by themselves and run off a CD, but it's a million times better when you go bam and then fucking
And that's the thing. I mean, the cats like yourself, and there's only a few others within the game that have a true understanding, appreciation, and just like you guys care for good quality DJs. I'm not going to name any names, but there is one particular MC in the underground who's pretty well known, who worked with another well-known DJ. And he felt that he was being outshined by his DJ. And it's one of those things that he really wasn't being, outshined, but I guess his insecurities kind of showed.
what a fuckhead.
Oh, man.
I'll say this. It's way cooler, like, what Ichy's doing, like, scratching, like, in intervals or, like, mixing or, like, juggling, wherever, like, necessary in the set. It's, like, way cooler than what I'm doing. But what I have to rap for longer, you know what I mean? Like ultimately, like it can't be like I got to do the songs and then like I'm blessed to be able to go fucking Ichy, kill it, and then I can fucking take a breath, and they're gonna like that more 100% of the time. And I get that, you know what I mean? But it would be weird to be burnt about that. For me, it's like fuck yeah, he's killing
rare.
it.
I think yeah, it happens all the time. There's definitely.
It's definitely more rapper ego than DJ ego, I would have to say. If I bet on anything, I would bet that rappers were the ones that were fucking throwing the monkey wrench in this whole situation.
So how did you meet Rec?
It's funny enough. I think I want to say it was 05 or 06. I always knew about him through. I mean, I did Scribble a couple times, and I think I won Scribble back in 06, and so I knew him. From that, and then I knew him from the MTV battle that he did. And so I was on South Beach in Miami and walked into a Subway shop, sandwich shop, and like he around the corner he was working at I guess the first label he was on was called South Beat Records, and which was like right around the corner. And I always recognized his look. He has like a very like googly look.
Yeah, super. Especially when he had like the fro going, when he had like the goofy curly fro going. Yeah, hard to miss.
Yeah, totally. So ran into him then, and then like we just kind of stuck with it ever since then. And then I actually did an Asia tour that following year, which was my first Asia tour back in 2007. And so I was able to bring him, and like that was like at the time I was 24 or something. So that was like just a crazy summer that we had in like in China and like Taiwan and all that. So
that's tight, and that's cool. Like that you guys still actively work together, because I'd seen the video you guys did, you and Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Check that video out, guys. Put that video in the
we'll throw a little tag in there. Bang. But you were saying that you had talked to him and Mers recently about doing shit. That's tight. I love the Mers Day shit. I think they're really killing it with that shit.
Yeah, totally. It's definitely something new, and hopefully there's more folks that will do like more like fusion or collab type.
It's up to us, man. We gotta pave the way. And
fucking Idea and Abilities would have been like the team, battle team for sure.
Forever be the
that sucks because we could battle everybody and win, but would never be the best because there would still be them.
Yeah,
that never happened.
Yeah,
exactly.
Cool.
Rest in peace.
For sure, most definitely. So you're definitely like looking towards more of now that you're fucking the champ, doing more music shit at this point.
Yeah. I retired.
What? Retiring, huh?
Yeah. No. I mean, the only way I'd come back is if Switch doesn't defend, and if I come up with something crazy, which I highly doubt because my creative juices are just like leaning towards like music, like just producing. So I knocked out like within the last 48 hours, I like knocked out like 2 tracks.
Oh man, I bet it's a huge weight lifted off that you don't gotta worry about writing
man.
routines,
Well, it's all about achieving your goal after fucking 12 years of being in this shit. You know what I mean? To just be like, wow, did it, cool, on to the next shit.
I mean, you got to really capitalize on it, right? You only probably have a certain amount of time to capitalize on. I mean, you're only the world champ for a year.
Yeah,
right?
for a year.
Like,
plug your website and let everybody know where they can find all your music.
So you can check me out on DJIDEE.com and Twitter.com, Instagram. You'll get all the links on my official website.
Ladies and gentlemen, the motherfucking champ.
going to go easy on you, not to hurt your feelings. But I'm only going to get this 1,000 times.
I'm beginning to feel like a scratch god. Oh.